This is the end of the age of humanity. There is nowhere to go. There is no protection. There is no saving grace. There is only the end.
Damn! Hey, don't do it now, but I'm waiting for that, like,
maybe next time.
Yeah, we are here. It is Monday. I'm trying to find something here.
Hello, Chad and Brody.
Hi, guys.
Haven't seen Brody in quite some time.
Hi, guys. Oh, I got a doozy for you, Brody. I can't fucking wait.
All right. And thanks to Jennifer Plunkett for giving us a like on Facebook. So soon, we got 7 people.
All right, so we're going to get into it right fucking now. Before I lose these people. All right. So, today on the on Tabor Buy and Sell, there was a hub-bub-bub-bub about something. Now, this, I hope everyone stays so you hear this out. Now, this gentleman puts this up. Hello, Mr. Gardner, stay. I think you'll like this. And the gentleman who put this up, I'm already not a fan of. Now, for context, why I'm not a fan of this gentleman is because this is one of those gentlemen who believe that everything that happened, I've talked about him on the show before, who believe everything that happened on COVID that was just as bad as the Holocaust. This is the guy that believed that that what happened with COVID was the Holocaust. Okay. So get on the old Facebook and I'm scrolling through and I see this. Okay. Everybody sees this, right? This thing right here.
Yeah.
And the comment, now before you guess what it is, okay, please don't say anything, Brody, if you saw this on Tabor Buy and Sell. Oh my God, it's a photo radar box. The photo radar box in a school zone, okay? In a school zone. And those fuckers are trying to get our money. That's this a cash grab. Isn't this entrapment? That's what it says. Okay? So right away, I'm looking at this and I'm going, that sure doesn't look, oh, you're not on Facebook. That sure does not look like a photo radar box. Okay? So I'm like, well, my first intuition is, I hope it is a photo radar box because I have made it very, very, and this is right by a school, right in a school zone. I have made it very clear that I think every school zone in the world is supposed to, I'll get there, Casey, is supposed to have, should have a photo radar. Every school zone. School zone. And these fucking assholes, and I hope you see it, every one of you fucking pricks that made a comment under his fucking status about, oh, it's a money grab, and fucking blah, 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 take it down. I hope none of you cunts have fucking kids when some asshole ripping in their little Honda Civic who thinks that they're fucking, you know, Vin Diesel or Paul Walker ripping through the school zone because there's a fucking lady that lives there when I was painting the crosswalk and asked if we could put a slow sign there. Because all these little Vin Diesel fucking asshole motherfuckers are the douchebags with their jumped up trucks ripping around through a fucking school zone. So as far as I'm concerned, every school zone should have a fucking photo radar.
Agreed.
Nonetheless. So all these assholes are just, oh, the fucking government's trying to get you, man. The fucking government. So I do my research. I will say one name. I had two guys I messaged. I messaged Lee Reed because he works on power poles and he might know what this is. Okay. And I messaged a town of Tabor employee that I work for the town of Tabor. I messaged him. I get the one back from the second gentleman that I messaged, and he says, no, it's a traffic counter. And I was like, okay. Oh, okay. I said, because everybody's going nuts on Facebook. Like, they think it's a photo radar, blah, 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 blah. He's like, no, it's a traffic counter. Because if the traffic does, I'm
laughing at Riley's comment. Yeah, that's a good one, Riley.
He says that, no, it's just for counting, because it is possible that if there's enough traffic that goes through there in that school zone, and because it does not, if I understood what the thing says, it doesn't, it records your speed, but there's no tickets. It just needs to know, because if it's a problem area, I'll share the post that was put up by the Tabor Police, because it's actually through Coaldale Police. It counts the people that goes through the zone. Questions before I continue?
It's one of those black rubber hoses that stretches across the street, yeah?
No.
No? Okay.
There's actually, if you look closer, there is something on the bottom, but I think it's just for counting traffic, okay?
Okay, all right.
Now, I worked for Volker Steven for 10 years. I've worked for the town of Tabor for 4 years. Now, I don't know what the rules are for the town, but I do know when we put up the new 4-way stop at an intersection, we had to accompany that with new signs. The sign said new underneath. Okay, there you go. But it had a new sign that said new. I don't know how long it has to stay in a town for, but on the highways, it's 3 months. So when photo radar got brought back in a few years ago in Alberta, we had to put the new sign up. Okay. And
we're getting to that, Brody. And shout out to Colin Doyle. Haven't seen you in years. Hope you're doing well.
And so there has to be a sign. They can't just put up signs at random. It has to go through a traffic accommodation. It has to go through there's a committee, traffic committee. Yeah. Signs have to go up to say new, to show that, hey, that way, because if they couldn't, then people they could throw photo radars wherever they wanted. There has to be a new sign to say that it's new. And hey, Brody, I'll text you if you want to know who it was if you didn't see it. Because when I say the name, you'll be like, oh, okay. But it's funny that Mr. Conspiracy Theory, you can't find it anymore. You can't find his post anymore. They're all gone. The content isn't available anymore.
The government took it away.
Well, no, I'm sure he deleted it because everybody started saying it's a traffic thing and they're counting traffic. But it wasn't asking any questions. It was right away the government. You know, and then so I want to bring this photo up again. Now, I don't know if anyone else has worked for the highways or anything such as that. But if you look at this sign, because then one of the morons said, oh, you should go take the bungee cord off. Do you really think that if it was put in as a photo radar, that they'd fucking put it up with bungee cords? Are you that much of a fucking mouth breather that you, hey, I'll just go take the bungee cord off. Hey. Next time, if anyone that is in Alberta, if you're in Lethbridge around the Sandman, go look at the intersection. There's actually a red light camera there and a photo radar. Go look and see if that motherfucker's attached with bungee cords. Like, are you? And I'm gonna go back to the fucking beginning with every school zone should have a fucking photo radar. And if you're opposed to that and you're angry because there's a photo radar in a school zone, fuck you, and you shouldn't be allowed to have kids. If you're like if you that worried about it, that is fucking ridiculous. So I just wanted to just say, like, yeah, that's what I wanted to start the show with was before we lose, because we have quite a few people listening. That is the gossip.
I don't understand the opposition to speed limits in school zones. We should all know by now in this day and age that if there were no speed limits, people would simply drive at whatever speed they want. And that is not right when it comes to a school zone in particular. I mean, you can't. I myself am very distrustful of many people. I don't want to say I automatically distrust someone when I see them, but I judge them by their actions. And it's not just the first action, because people make mistakes and I'm stupid myself. So who am I to judge? However, when you're driving, you agree, and I've said this before, you agree to follow all the rules of the road. That's why you have a driver's license. And if all of a sudden you think you have carte blanche to do whatever you want, regardless of agreeing to all these rules, then you shouldn't be driving. Absolute, period, end of story. There is no way around this. It's a school zone. Zone.
And really, it is a school zone here. And actually, that's not even a school zone here. I don't know about, Really's in Ontario, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, here they've changed most school zones to playground zones, because that the zone is affected longer. Like,
that's a great scene, really. I remember that scene. I used to watch that particular scene all the time in that movie. Good movie too.
And I mean, that's not and then I just read what Brody said there, and I kind of understand that too. You know, like to see a cop there, but they can only be there so much, right? And really, at the end of the day, you get one or two people who see the cop there, and word gets around. That's another thing I've never quite understood. I've never understood this people that give out locations of photo radar. You know, I did it a long time ago, but then I stopped doing it because I'm like, well, hold on a second. If it's illegal for me to flash my lights at somebody on the highway, how is it legal for someone to put the location of photo radars on the highway and on the road?
The purpose of photo radar is to catch people who are doing things wrong in the act. If you give them that forewarning, then they're going to slow down in the presence of the authorities. And then once they're out of that quote unquote danger zone, then they'll resume doing it again. And that just defeats the purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Ugh. There should be an actual debate on people who are in favor of speed limits in school zones versus people who are not. It would probably be a short debate, but nonetheless, it would be interesting to get that other side perspective, I think.
Yeah, that's always bugged me too. The people that tell everybody where check stops are, that bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah.
You know, and as a young man, I would have been like, yeah, fuck, man. But like, you get older, you get a bit. I'm not saying I'm fully wiser, but a bit wiser. You're like, why would anybody tell? Like, we want these people off the road.
Yes.
Right. Like, we want people who are drinking and driving not to be on the road.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't understand. Yeah. So I don't get that. So that was I wanted to rant and rave about. And it just the people, the comments, just like just cut it off, and the government, and holy fuck. It's like all these people that go to trouble to cover their license plate up, but like they put the stuff over it or glares, like they put like that shit, that like the shady plastic over their license plate here, so they think that the camera won't get them, or maybe it doesn't, or they're on some of the Fords. They have a latch that'll stay open for your lights. Yeah. Well, it'll block out one of your numbers so that you can't get a photo radar ticket. It's like, how about do you really need to drive that fast?
No one should. No.
I don't. That's what I've said this for years too. I think that all vehicles should be governed at like 120. But like, I just say that here because we can do 110. All right. So there's no need for a regular. It's kind of like, and I'm sure we're going to touch on this after, the whole gun argument. of no one needs to own an assault rifle. And I agree with the vehicle. No one needs to own a vehicle that goes 200 miles per hour.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly, Colin. Let them get busted.
Yeah.
And Colin, thank you very much for the like on Facebook. Really appreciate it. Yes, people who do things wrong, who do it intentionally wrong, who choose to do it wrong, they should get caught. That's the point of all this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, oh, the government trying to take away my freedom. That's not what it is.
And Colin, I know, just so you know, I know when I said that about guns and stuff, I love guns. I know you this is the first time listening to the show. I'm not a guy that's like, oh, we can't have our guns and blah blah blah. I think we should have our guns. The proper people should have their guns, not the fucking idiots who do dumb things. But I digress.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that gets to be a slippery slope as well. And then you have to separate the wheat from the chaff, and that's a huge discussion.
But even then, really, like if you're getting, and I agree with you, but why does a vehicle even need to go 130, 140? If somebody is going that slow, let's just say, because I know the highways in Ontario are 90, like especially going out towards Manitoba. But why do you need to, if there's a slow moving vehicle doing 80 to 90, then if doing 120, you're going to get around that vehicle, right?
Yeah.
You know?
With regards to highway speed limits, separating that from school zones and speed limits in cities and towns. On the highway, if the speed limit is 120, of course, we should all know that if there are two lanes, the left lane is for passing and for passing only. So if someone is in the right lane, they're going 120, they're going the speed limit. You have no reason whatsoever to pass them because you both be going the speed limit. So governing a vehicle at, 130. You can still pass. It'd be a general kind of slow pass, but it's not necessary if you're going the speed limit. That's for people who are going like 110, speed limit is 120. Okay, I can go 130 around them, and then I'm back to 120 and I'm in front of them. Why? This is not the Fast and the Furious.
We're in Berta, and I think we have the fastest speed limit, I think, and it's 110. I think Saskatchewan and Manitoba, the number one, I believe, is 110. I think we're the fastest. At 110. So that's why I said 120, right? Okay. Like, because then because like a lot of the big rigs are all governed. Hi, Jen. Governed at, most of them nowadays are like 100, 110. A lot of truckers don't like going faster than 100 because, of course, the amount of fuel it burns, right? So, yeah, I don't know. To me, it's the whole, it's just like, do you need to own a vehicle that does 160, 180? Well, and no, I'm just saying this, Colin, in general, 200, like, and I'm going for like the sports cars. Do people need vehicles that go that fast? And I'll argue, and hey, that's my freedom. Well, why? Like, what? Like, why do you feel you need to do? Yeah, down in Texas was fucked. Yeah, 75 mile per hour in Texas. I think I might have seen an 80 down in Texas. Let's see, Texas, interstate speed limit. There we go. I think by San Antonio, I think Interstate 10. Whoo! Yeah. Some of them are 80 or 85 in specific segments of road.
Now that's miles. What's that in kilometers?
130, 140.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just going to stick my 2 cents, and I don't know anything about it though, Brody. I bet you if you got a hotel close, you could find a hotel with a deal that would get you in cheap. Because that's what we did for the zoo in Calgary. We got a hotel and we got like free zoo vouchers or something.
It depends on sometimes the proximity to the attraction, because most hotels, if they're within 2 or 3 blocks, they'll jack up the price. But if you go to a place 4, 5, 6 blocks away, probably get a better deal. Then again, you got to do your research.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, to end on the speed limit thing, I did my research. It took me 2 texts, not even phone calls, and I got the answer. So I did my research, and I have the knowledge of 10 years of experience putting up highway signs. So, yeah. So, yeah. Now I'm done. So.
Now you're spent.
I am. Ooh, I need a cigarette after that. There's a. All right, to the Google or to the global. Do you have any topics you'd like to schmackle?
There's nothing really new or interesting or different that I could say about the shooting in Texas. So no, on that front, it's going to be the same old, well, we need to do something. Even Joe Biden said that. We need to do something. Joe, you're the president. You can do stuff. I know
You can.
he's checked by the Senate and the Congress, but come on, do something. I mean,
Yeah.
he was vice president for 8. He's president now. He knows how the system works. Like something, but no, more freedom. We got to do something. Everybody stops talking about it. Then it happens again, and round and round and round we go. And it'll just keep going on.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yep.
Yeah. It's and this is the thing that it just nothing seems to ever change. And I hate the argument when people say, well, what about all the people that died in Chicago? And like, yeah, it's horrible. Everyone's been talking about it. Like everybody knows. This is the thing. Everybody knows what's going on in Chicago, but nothing's changing. That's the problem. Nothing changes.
Yeah, and then the old argument of, well, criminals don't follow laws, so of course they have guns and everybody else doesn't, so good guys don't have guns, so they can't take down the bad guys. I don't know how to counter that one.
Yeah. So I would like, there's something that I really want to, well, I mean, Colin, I don't disagree with that. I kind of like what, you know, after Trump repeat. Well, I like what Colin said, and I've said this before, you know, yeah, well, so that before people say anything about, because I agree with Colin, like people are saying arm the teachers. So the 60-year-old home ec teacher that, you know, can barely walk, who, you know, maybe has never shot a gun in her life, you now want to arm her? What?
Yeah, that's why not?
So let's just take this into consideration that most of these, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of these people have some sort of gun training or know how to use it. So this guy, and he knows that Mrs. Butterworth has no gun training and very little. What room do you think he's going to go to first? Because he's going to find her and shoot her and take her gun.
Yeah, then he'll have 2 guns, or 3 or 4. Yes, Chad. It's just like in the in the world. No, is it the United States of America? There's some country where there are more vehicles than people. And it seems to be the same in the United States. The mass manufacturing of guns means there are way more guns than people. So technically every citizen in the United States could have 2 or 3. Apparently, I have no source on that. Yeah, that's pretty simple logic, Brody.
And I'm going ahead here to what Colin said. No, Colin, I'm agreeing with you. Colin says not the teachers, trained professionals. No, Colin, I agree 110% with you. But a lot of people in the States are saying, well, we should arm the teachers. No, I'm agreeing with you, Colin. I think it should be. You want something to do for these guys that come home from, but God, I'm gonna hear people saying this. Like some of these military guys who, you know, they come home, they don't have a job. There's a job for them. But I knew you were going to do that. I knew that face was going to come up.
The old slippery slope of the PTSD.
Yep.
And one of them's going to go crazy.
Yep. But I think also the problem, it's kind of like, okay, here it goes. Have a drink. Joe Rogan. Yeah, I can't remember what episode it was. They were talking about how with the studies that, like with rats, when they stacked rats on top of each other, they went crazy.
Yeah.
I don't remember who he was talking to, but when they were more of an open area animal and like there was no violence with the rats, but when they were kept in close quarters and they fucking, you know, and all this stuff happened and they went nuts. And I think that's a big problem with America. There's so many people on top of each other.
Yeah, there is a whole lot of people congregated in large cities as opposed to middle America.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's true across the board. I mean, I don't know the population statistics of Middle America, how it compares with the West and East coasts. But yeah, cities are pretty overcrowded. I don't know about all of them, but LA, New York. I'd love to see Dallas and Austin statistics, and Miami and Florida.
So this is true. This is so disgusting. This is from the Watson Brown Education Watson Brown Edu, and I don't know. Oh, it's an institution, Brown University. Okay. Brown University says that the United States, since invading Afghanistan in 2001, has spent $2.313 trillion. Trillion dollars. Trillion.
Insane.
That is, but and then okay, so now I see Colin said that, because I said too with the military guys to be these security guards at schools, then they have to go through a big psychological thing, like we've already said that you got to make sure, and it and I think a lot of those guys would do, some of them would do very well, but this is also the problem we have with the police down in America, is there's too many people who slip through the cracks that shouldn't be police officers that do these heinous acts to civilians. So I don't know, like $2.313 trillion. That is, and that includes operations in both Afghanistan and Pakistan. Do you realize, like, this is what I mean? I remember saying this back when in like 2008 and 7 when this was being talked about, and George W. Bush's big thing was, you got to fight them over there, so we don't got to fight them here. You're not dealing with people who have missile, like atomic, like powers and jets. These are people who are using bombs made of gas and fucking nails, right?
Yeah.
You're not, yeah. So if you would have fortified your borders, like, fuck me.
Now, what Brody's saying there, that sounds mysteriously like what happened in...
Was it Sandy Hook?
Nope, not Sandy Hook. It was after that. There was another school shooting where cops were huddled outside of the school while the shooter was inside. Jeez, I can't remember the name now. It was on the East Coast.
So really just did some, thank you really for contributing the way you are at this moment to help us find these stats. Toronto is 630 square kilometers and has 3 million people. Chicago is 610 square kilometers, so 601 square kilometers, smaller than Toronto, and there's 2.74 million people in that, and it's smaller. Like, but then if you take like that, then what is it? Then what is, I know these questions have been asked for years and years. Like, it started back with the Bowling for Columbine video when he asked the question, like, it's not like we're worlds apart. We're separated by an invisible line. Why are things so, because our areas, like, are big centers, and maybe not quite as big as New York and stuff, which you really aren't, but there's not a huge size difference. And that's what I don't get. If this guy was actively shooting in the school, and I've seen that, Brody, that the police officers were standing outside while this kid was shooting kids in the school, and a border patrol agent off duty was, I think, shopping at a store and fucking took the shotgun from the coffee shop or where the fuck he was and ran over there and fucking Bruce Willis this motherfucker. Yeah, and yeah. Border Patrol agent Texas shooting. So I've seen this. I've heard about this.
That's a good point, really. So then the question has to be asked, why does Chicago have more slums, ghettos, and more gang problems? That points to, Jesus, where's Casey and Frank to pipe in on this because they're Americans, so you would think they'd be the expert people to talk to about this instead of us who are speculating on this side of the border. But what is it? I don't understand. It's an economic problem as well.
All right, so it's right here. This is from the Washington Post. The UVed Texas gunman emerged from a classroom closet firing at Border Patrol tactical agents entering the room. The U.S. and Custom Border Protection Patrol have said Friday after new details about the shooting emerged after shifting accounts from authorities. The Border Patrol agents used a ballistic shield, entered the classroom, and shot and killed the gunman after a phalanx of officers waited nearly outside for 50 minutes while they were... Oh, Jesus. Oh, I shouldn't have read this. For nearly 50 minutes while children repeatedly called 911 pleading for help. Every one of you fucking cops that were out there, you should fucking die. Every one of you.
Or at least be talked to. You know.
Okay, you should lose your job, then you should be you should be held on fucking account of accessory to murder. 21 people died.
Really mysterious. That was a terrible movie. I hated Cobra. You're the disease, and I'm the cure. That's so fucking stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, and then so like,
hey, Dad.
I fucking hate the NRA. Fuck. Virginia Lieutenant Government Winston Earl Sears, a Republican, offered fully throated defense of gun rights on Friday at the National Rifle Association meeting in Texas, accounting the horror of this week's shooting at the elementary school, wasn't blaming on the range of social factors from lack of prayer in school to emasculating men and pandemic safety protocols. Suck my fucking dick, you and your fucking prayer in school. Fuck you.
Yeah. And then
fuck
thoughts
you.
and prayers.
And emasculating of men. Fuck you. Fuck. Ugh.
I think, Colin, Canada's getting close to 40 million. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 35. But yes, the US 350, 360, something like that. And I don't have my map in front of me, but the square footage of the two countries is somewhat different. Canada being bigger in terms of square feet, but less dense, except for along the border and along the coastlines, I think. Well, if they're going to do that, really, then they've got to do a thorough investigation. And you know there are going to be some cops who are going to try and muddle the investigation, as really. And Dad made a good point. He's saying that, or pardon me, my mom said the opinion, the Americans, instead of birth control or contraception, they shoot each other. I'm paraphrasing what she said, but still. It makes sense.
Oh, I gotta find this. My friend she shared this from a couple days ago. Let's see if I can find this. And this goes right along with that like the abortion thing. So, and it goes with gun. It goes, fuck, I'm never gonna find it because I don't remember if it was her or not. But basically, the Reader's Digest version is this. So they're banning abortions and they're making it so that people have to go miles and miles and go across states to go get abortions.
Yeah.
And they have to, when they go up to these places, they get ridiculed and spit on and they got to be embarrassed. Why don't we do that for gun owners? Why don't we do that when you got to go across states and states to get guns and all this other shit?
Yeah, protests outside gun stores. Yeah.
Yeah, and have them fucking spit on you and throw shit at you because they don't fucking agree with what you're doing.
And they could borrow the same signs. Murderer, murderer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
What a strange twist of fate that would be.
No, you see, but then I will play the other side of the coin here, because when a gun is in the right hand of the right person who's been properly trained and understands what a weapon will do to you, a video emerged. There was a bunch of parents at a school bus stop, and all of a sudden this gentleman comes out from nowhere and he points a gun at them and tries to jack this person's purse. Well, this fucking this soccer mom was having none of it, and fucker took her gun out and shot him 3 times. And so not only that, so once she disabled him, okay, she kicked the gun away, like you're supposed to. She didn't keep shooting at him. She just put him on the ground and rolled him on his stomach and held him there till paramedics and police arrived. And I know that's the video people will use, but that's the problem. Yeah, okay, so that one video happened. That one thing happened where everything went right the way any person out there will agree. They have to agree that that's how we want these situations to go. Yes, it was properly used. When you say I got to protect my family, hey, this woman probably had the proper training. She had her sidearm. She took care of the situation. Awesome. But where we can only go as fast as our slowest person. That's the thing. And this, I'm taking this from Jim Jeffries. Like he said, he takes drugs like a champion. But fucking Sarah fucking took drugs and killed her whole family. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Now I can't take fucking drugs. We can only go as fast as our slowest person.
Yeah.
Right?
That's an interesting statistic. There are 3 knife deaths to every gun kill. That is interesting because it's easier and faster to kill someone with a gun. Like if in a crowd of people, you can fire off I don't know how many bullets depending on how many guns you have and their mags and stuff. But if there's the same crowd of people in front of you, how many knives can you carry to be able to throw and kill people versus a gun with bullets? That's an interesting stat.
And I'll repeat it again, Colin. I love guns. I like to shoot things. I really do. So I'm not saying take all the guns away. I'm not saying no one's allowed to have. That's not what I'm saying. But you know what? It's easy for us to sit here and think that we know we don't know how to fix this. We have no fucking idea. And as a matter of fact, I'm not being paid to fucking figure this out. That's why all these boobs are in a fucking, getting paid a lot of money to try to do what's on our best interest, but it's not going to happen.
Exactly. And I think really was getting to it, and Brody said it earlier. So paraphrasing George Carlin, if you're pre-born, you're fine. If you're preschool, you're fucked.
Yeah, I wish I could find that, but
Yes, and really the private prison system in the U.S. is absolutely disgusting because those powerful lobbyists influence legislators in each state, and they pass these weird laws that enable more people to be put in prison. And then the prison can, I think it's something to do with the stock exchange where they can up their stock based on how many people they have in prison at that particular point. Jesus. It's all about money.
Honey mustard and mayo, please.
Okay. On
Thank
ham?
you. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My beautiful wife brought me a tea.
Oh.
So, this kind of hits 2 things here. Before
you go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lynn Coyle, thank you for the like on Facebook. Really appreciate it. And speaking of beautiful, where is Big Red?
Yeah, where is Red tonight?
And where's Frank? and where's Shlomo? And where's Overseer? Haven't seen them in a while.
So this was in one of the meme groups I'm in, and it's got a picture of the police from The Simpsons, Carl or not Carl, but I can't think of the cops' names. They're sitting on the cop car, and there's Wiggum standing there, and the headline says, "Maybe if we wait outside long enough, they will use all the ammo on the children." And somebody under there says, "That's in very poor taste, regardless of whether it's true or not." And the author of this post said, "Dark humor is reportedly Dark humor is like repeatedly requesting law enforcement to intervene during a school shooting. Not everybody gets it."
Oof.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah, sometimes as disgusting as the thought is, or as disturbing as the idea is, it's got to be said at some point. And doing it through memes, not a bad idea. Again, yes, it'll offend people and it'll be dark humor, but if it gets the point across, that's the important thing.
And as far as these people who, like, you see a lot of people, like there was a lot of really bad dark humor things going around about the shooting, and people are like, and blah, and it's like, you're in a meme group. You're it says, hurt feelings memes and stuff. Like, what do you think's going to happen? I mean, there's some dark, sadistic shit on the internet.
Yeah, Reddit, for example.
And you really get to the crux of it. A lot of comedians have said some pretty fucking, they say shit that's just like, whoa.
Yeah, and sometimes they're doing it in the context of building up a joke to a punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah, something as innocent seeming as that.
Back in I think, what year did the Challenger blow up? 86?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Jim Cornette on WTBS used the line. Yeah, Ronnie Garvin, he blew up like the Challenger.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah, I don't know when Jim said it, but he used that line. I was like, the little on the chin there. Frick.
There was someone, I don't know if it was in a hip hop song or if it was a comedian, was talking about blowing up like the World Trade.
Yeah, Biggie did.
Okay.
And Juicy. Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Yep. Sorry, the kid just asked me a question. I like it though. He said, "Can you bring me a pair of sweats and a shirt so I can go to the gym after work?"
Nice.
So yeah, he forgot his stuff. He finally got his truck back. So yeah, so of course his gym stuff, he left it in my Escape, right? So he's like, "Hey Dad, I want to go work out." So
but I can understand why that would be done, Colin, because that mother is running into an active shooter situation, and the potential for her to get killed because of that is quite high. So I can understand them pulling her back, and if she's actively trying to get in there, then you have to subdue her somehow.
yeah.
Then again, it's different when it's your kid. I understand that, but still.
He might have said it was his face, but either way, it was up like the Challenger. It doesn't matter what he said. It doesn't matter what he said.
That's what I heard as well, Brody. I don't know if it's true, but I
haven't seen that either.
Well. Yeah. And that's pretty disgusting too.
Yeah.
But apparently, cops are not public servants who are there to serve and protect the public. And I can't remember where I heard this, but I heard it recently, and there was some legalese behind why. If you're talking to the cops, are you going to stop me? They probably would stop you. Now, I myself, no, I can understand why you would want to go running in there, but no. Yeah. Don't misquote the leader of the cult.
All right. It is the Cult of Cornette, so that's what it is called. Like Jim Cornette's crew were called the Cult of Cornette.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Yeah, where the movement saying defund the fire department.
Like, yeah, I mean, and I know we're beating up on the officers and we're not in this. I have not listened to it, Brody. I'm a little behind because family just left, but I'll be in the truck the garbage truck for the next 3 days. So I missed you too, Colin. You're not here a lot. This is the first time you've been here, Colin. We've talked a lot about the good old days. A lot. So, if you ever wanted, I don't know that's last time you were home, Colin, but there's a whole episode where I drove around Mackenzie in my truck.
Yeah, we did that in, what was that, October of 2021?
October, yeah. I drove around. So, it's changed a lot. I don't know when the last time you've been home. I don't know if your mom and dad are there. I think Mike is still there. I didn't see him, but I think Mike's still up there. But, yeah.
I'd be interested to hear Colin's memories and experience of Mackenzie, because I think it would be really different from my own, probably somewhat more akin to yours.
It would be. Me and him hung out a lot together.
Yeah. And I didn't hang out with him and the people that he knew, but I knew of them. And I was around them, but I think the experience a person has in an environment is sometimes colored and shaded by the people you hang around with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can be down with that. Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay.
All right on.
Excellent.
He's lurking. Attaboy.
Lurking. I love
I
it.
do that.
But you know what? And we can all sit here and say we're not in the situation. God, I mean, it would be. I agree with Colin. If my son was in a school, or my grandchild, or my niece and nephew, and I'm in that vicinity, you're gonna have a hard time keeping me from getting like you. Whew. Yeah, you'd have a hard time keeping me from rushing into that school.
But then that speaks to your and Colin's characters with regards to the fight or flight response. You guys would be in the fight, not the flight response. So
I can't. I don't. And man, I mean, if you want to say that, I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. I apologize.
That's all right. That's all right.
But man, especially if it's your child or there's children. If it was like a mall, I could see them being okay. Like, we got to strategize here because it's a mall, a big open mall. We don't know where the active shooter is. He could be fucking anywhere, right?
Yeah.
But it's a fucking school with children. That's, so.
Right. Look here.
Look here.
I like this comment. When Devious Dave called you Dave, I don't have much experience in listening to what Dave has to say. I don't go to his channel, but he seems like one of those antagonistic kind of guys.
Who, he called you a communist?
I think Devious Dave was referring to Really, because Really is usually in the comment section for Derailed, and Devious Dave is on Derailed every once in a while.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
And judging by Really's current comment, I bet he said something to try and trigger Dave, and so Dave responded with, "Well, you're a communist." Come on.
It's such a weak argument.
I agree.
It's
a name call.
Yeah. Can you just get that through your brain now that's an insult, like you don't, fuck. You're a communist. Okay, you lost the argument.
Yeah, it's the child's equivalent of saying you're a duty head. You're a communist.
Yeah.
Because what is communism? Then you have to start doing research into what is communism, and if you don't agree with that system, guess what? You're not a communist.
So, and Chad's state there, and he's right, but this goes back to what you said earlier. You said, or Alex, about, well, you'd have to really love children to do that. Well, yeah, you're going to serve and protect. And that's why maybe the military, being security guards in schools would work, because they want to keep these children safe.
Perhaps, but we're talking about America, so money, therefore budgets. Schools don't have the greatest budgets, especially in big cities. So
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
Look, I don't want to say that I want to keep Dave away from this channel, but I don't want to attract him to this place either. I mean, we have our own show. Dave does his thing. It's fine.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Colin. I'd be hard pressed too if something was, I was like that. So let's get off this topic now. So my son graduated this weekend.
Nice.
And they had a big grad party, and they had it in an agriplex. The kids are there drinking, and the whole time, like, I'm just ready to go, because not to fight anybody, but if the kids start fighting, I need to get in there and break them up if something happens. And because I don't like all the times I spent in the bar. Like, I wasn't a guy to fight. I'd be trying to break the fights up, because I don't, I have better things to do with my time than getting punched in the face.
Yeah, we're all drunk and stumbling around. There shouldn't be a bunch of fist swinging and pushing people and nipple rubbing and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I know, but you're not wrong though. I don't understand that. You asked my girl to dance. Okay. I didn't ask to bend her over on the dance floor and stick it in her. I asked her to fucking dance.
Yeah, he should be it's a compliment because your girlfriend's beautiful. Can I dance with her? But then again, I myself wouldn't go there.
Yeah, but if you didn't know that she was with somebody, say, hey, dude, I'm sorry. Let me buy you a drink. And you hear that and then goes, oh, fuck your drink. Dude, are you kidding me? You know, fuck. Like, calm your tits. Fuck me, man.
He is, Chad, but only when it comes to your wife. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Oh.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm fucking fighting those boobs in my face. Arr, 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 arr.
Knock you out with those things. Wham!
I am a food lover. I just had a great sub from Subway.
Oh, nice. Jesus. Well, it is 2022, so.
Yeah, so his daughter's 18, or going to be turning 18. Mine turns 18 next weekend.
Jesus, time flies.
You like, dude. My dad said once you have kids, and we've talked about this before too, like it seemed like the first 18 years of life is drug. Like, you know, and then like once you turn 18, 19, this goes right. And here I am. My son's graduating, you know, like fuck.
Yeah.
It's so like you go even like listening to music. And you listen to like some of this, like you like hear Nirvana or something come on, you're like, oh my God, that's like 1992. Oh my God, that's 30 years ago. Oh my God, that's classic rock.
Yeah.
Just it escalates that fast.
Speaking of music.
Yeah.
I found some interesting sounding death metal album titles. Not band names, but album titles if you would like to hear them.
Of course I would. I'm ready for a giggle. Because I want to see if you can ever find one of the top fucking Pitbulls in the Nursery. That's still my favorite one.
Yeah.
Pitbulls in the Nursery is my favorite one still. All right.
So the name of the band is Debridement, which, okay, I don't know what it means, but the name of the album, Reduced to a Pile of Putrefying Slop.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
This one, but I'll get back to the comments. Dumbass wisecrackery. So I imagine Devious Dave graduated from a rival school then, if he hates you so much. The next one. The name of the band is Semen Shitting Rectal Whores.
That's close. That almost made me pop. Pitbulls in the Nursery. See, I'm going on the pop factor because when you said Pitbulls in the Nursery, I started laughing hysterically. So, okay.
You mean Pogwarts? Oh, yeah. Really graduated from Pogwarts. The name of the album, Pulverized Pile of Pin-Addled Prostitutes. Going for the alliteration factor.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna add a song in here. I'll try to add a song as you say that. So
okay.
Song is by Zach Bryan. I might have even said this song, but I love it. And it's a country song. My son sent it to me, which is odd because my son is really into like heavy metal and dark metal and stuff. It's by Zach Bryan called Traveling Man. It's a great song, Traveling Man.
Oh, yeah, the Butthole Surfers. Yeah, I remember that.
Butthole Surfers, yep.
Locust Abortion Technician. Interesting.
Good one. I like that one. Okay.
This one is just a mess. So the name of the band is Dripping. The name of the album, The Lost Archives of Channeling Expeditions Through the Cosmobiological Universe. Trying to be edgy in a sci-fi way, I think.
Yeah, that's what it feels like there, yeah. All right.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Yes, yeah, we all heard of Captain Tractor, y'all. So I'm gonna say both the versions of it. The Gimme Gimmes, Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard, which is a cover of a Paul Simon song. Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. Great songs. The cover is really good, and I love Paul Simon's version. So, what else you got for me?
The last one, Epicardiectomy is the name of the band. It seems that if you run out of words like gore and death, then you pull out the medical book and you start picking names from there. The name of the album, and because I'm not familiar with these words, I'm going to screw it up. Putraseminal morphody dysplastic virulency. It's a good thing I'm not
fucking ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
That's just ridiculous. I wasn't laughing because it's good. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Stereolab. I've heard of Stereolab. Why have I heard of Stereolab? I don't know.
Stereolab. I feel like I've heard of Stereolab too.
I've heard of Stereo Mud as well.
Do you want to know why? Hey, do you want to know one of my favorite album titles is? Because everybody says it the same way. Is Adam Sandler's They're All Gonna Laugh at You.
They're all going to laugh at you.
And that's exactly why. Because every time you say that, anyone that knows it says it's exactly the way you said it.
Yes, and I've said this on the show before. I can't remember which episode it was, but he stole that from Piper Laurie from the movie Carrie. Because Piper Laurie played Carrie's mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she would say, you can't do that. They're all going to laugh at you. Mm-hmm. It's just brilliant.
Yep. So again, I'm just going to give some songs. Well, was that the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have more next week.
Alexis on Fire. 44 Caliber Love Song. What a great song. Fuck.
That sounds familiar.
I wish I could have seen them before he really got deep into the I know he'd always done Dallas Green had always been City in Color, but before he really got into that and was like, I'm just staying, because I know they've gotten back together, but when they first really started, I would have loved to have seen it. Nice.
A friend of mine saw them years ago around the time that they started. I want to say 2004 or so, and she hung out with them.
Yeah. Yeah, which is a shame. I had a friend said he met Dallas Green in a bar after one of the shows. He said Dallas Green was a dick. I'm like, oh, don't tell me that.
Well, people were young and stupid. We were young and stupid once. Do you remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
The fuck I remember. Oh, got a picture from Mr. Corey Turner. And just returning from the boat. Awesome. Or on the boat. From another safe voyage. He's
back out there shrimping, or he came back from it?
He's coming back from.
Awesome.
Yeah, you just sent me a picture off the, because I love that. I love Deadliest Catch, right? So to get that picture is pretty cool. So
Deadliest Catch. I never watched any of those shows.
I like him. I don't know why. Kim used to watch him with me, but she kind of felt, because it is really all the same. But I do enjoy the show. So
it's just like any of the ghost hunting shows. Oh, we're gonna find a ghost. I hear something. Yeah. Is it a ghost?
But the one I always fall for, no matter what. No matter how many times, and I think it was John Caparulo said it, every time they go looking for Loch Ness. Well, I guess I'm not going anywhere for an hour. They never find anything. But guess what? I am invested for an hour at least. However long you're searching for Nessie, I'm here on the fucking journey because I love that shit.
You think Big Red would have found it by now?
Oh, you cunt. Let's go down to the loch and go find him. Bah!
Maybe that's where she is tonight. She's out there looking for Loch Ness.
Maybe. Just going through. Now I'm looking at music. So he went on to music now. So, my drummer is really into heavy metal and dark metal, and he always sends me songs. And I haven't deleted this one yet, but I can't even say this name. So it's Behemoth.
Oh yeah,
Behemoth.
Yeah,
yeah. Shamahaga from Ash. Sheemham for hash. I fucking don't know. Wow. Yeah, no shit. Find something already, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's the thing. They never get to the money shot, but they just keep you blue balled the entire show.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we'll find it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, but that's why I didn't. That's why I never started. Like I'd heard about it, and then Kim watches it every once in a while, but I couldn't get into it because at least with like Loch Ness, it's once every couple of years. They come with like an hour special. You know, we got new technology. We'll find them for sure.
No.
All right, and I'm always there. But is it really that hard to believe? Because I mean, I don't know if it's changed over the years, but I mean, I've always heard the number that we've only explored like 10% of the ocean floor.
Yeah.
Or like 10% of the ocean. So we don't even know what the fuck's all in there. That is, it gives me the hibbita-jibbitas.
Yeah, especially given how deep it is from the surface to the bottom.
Yeah.
Even the Marianas Trench, and I haven't followed James Cameron in his expeditions of doing this, but apparently he's been to the bottom of the Marianas Trench, and the shit that they find there with regards to life, unbelievable.
Yeah. Like I've never watched. Maybe I should watch because I'm really into that stuff. But you know, like I remember how awesome it was watching back in the day, like the National Geographic specials when they found the Titanic and they found like the Bismarck and stuff. That was some cool shit, man. Yeah. Love me some Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah, some. Yeah, maybe that much.
It did not age well. It did not age well at all.
What did you think of? I think they released an album in, what was it, 2006, The Unquestionable Truth Part 1?
Never listened to it.
Oh, they'd had a good song or two, but that's about it.
I don't know if I'd say great, but yeah, not great. I wouldn't say great.
Murder by Death. You know what? That's a good movie, a good comedy movie from I think it's 76. I like that one. Thanks for stopping by, Dad.
Thanks, Bruce. See you later.
We hadn't seen Dad in the comments, so I thought he disowned me because he was, tired of me doing this. I don't know.
maybe he finally went, man, they bug Chad about pudding all the time. Maybe I should try pudding. And maybe he got then he got addicted to the pudding, and then he had to go to rehab for the pudding, and now he just got out of pudding fucking rehab.
I bet he's sending Chad private messages. What's your favorite kind of pudding?
Yeah. So I'm just looking through my music here. This to me, this song was always this quintessential 90s. This brings me back is Bubbles by Bush from the Mallrats soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Oh, every time I hear it, I'm just like, hey, it's fucking 1997 again.
Mallrats was 95, bitch.
Well, I probably watched it in 97. Twat. Bitch. I was a little bit behind the times. What else I got here?
Just the visual of that, really. A hand job from the laughing policeman. Oof. Depends on what the policeman looks like, man or woman. No.
All right. Oh. So me and the guys at Another Simple Solution, we have a gig this weekend. We are playing the Pride Day Festival. We are the closing act. So from 4 to 5, we'll be at Confederation Park playing. So it'll be fun. And then we get a few weeks off. And then we'll be playing, there's an after school special on the 24th. And we'll be playing, we're opening that show. So that'll be a lot of fun. Fuck you and your Freebird. So we're getting paid for that gig. So our demand list for that one song to be played is $700. I saw that on a cover page once. Like it's like the outline. I should try to find it. It's like the outline for what you charge when people request songs, like the most requested songs. And it's like, yeah, like I think Freebird was like at $700, and Mustang Sally's like you can't afford it. Yeah. Like you can't afford me to play it.
Yes, Chad, it is. Very. It is.
Well, of course it is. Duh.
You should show your support by eating rainbow-colored pudding.
I agree. Rainbow-covered pudding.
Had a phone call. What do you... During our stream? What's wrong with you?
She's probably talking to fucking Big Red. That's why she's not here.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ryan, do you stream anymore? I haven't seen anything.
I don't want to play it. I don't want to play Freebird. I don't think we don't have the band for Freebird. We don't have a keyboardist or piano. We don't. Yeah. So
Make the sound with your mouth.
I did until I bought my fucking viewer slap. Because when we did Crazy Train, I'd go. Yeah.
Ryan's a drug dealer. No, Ryan's a tea dealer. That's the only drug he does now.
Yeah. Tea. Forever blowing bubbles all the way. Now it's in my head. I'm trying to find that picture. Can't. What else do you got for me? Do we have any Karen videos?
I do.
Yay!
You do need 2 guitarists for Freebird, I think.
Yeah, that's the kind of the problem we've run into now because we only have one guitarist now. There's a few songs that we'd like to do, but it really stands out if you don't have 2 guitars. Yeah. Like really stands out. All right, hit me with a video. I'll see if I can find while I'm looking for that.
Oh, look at that. Brody and J-Man started doing their show again. Awesome.
Oh, excellent. Good to hear.
Great. Nice bumper sticker.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't find that.
All right, let me see what I got in the way
what
of...
do we got? Yeah.
I can't remember what I showed you last week already.
That happens at your age. Yeah, I can't find it.
This one was going around for a while when it happened last week. You ever been to IHOP?
Yes.
You ever gotten so hangry that you start yelling at people in the IHOP, especially the staff?
Never. I have never, in my 42 years on this earth, and as a fat man who enjoys food, ever yelled at someone who is touching and or preparing my food, ever.
Good. Well, this guy did.
Okay, and I hope that they spermed in his food.
There are 3 servers on, sir. We can only do so much. If you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. Who else is open? Go
Nobody
there.
else. Well, you know, I'm not going to fucking pay for a meal.
Well, then bye. You're out. Hello, he's gone.
Go suck it. Hey, you son of a bitch! You better put that right in my eye! That's not my fucking brother! You know, I came in here to fucking
Drama at IHOP, bro.
Are you hurt? No, I'm okay.
Wow.
Drama at IHOP, dude.
He's really badass.
Dude, holy shit.
Because, he was wearing gloves, so he had to be taken seriously. Because nothing's as badass like fingerless gloves in an IHOP, for dinner. So.
Jesus, really still going with this.
I'm still fucking going. Yeah, that's just, ugh. Yeah, you're just a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
What is this, Suki's?
His dog. So Suki's kind of a lunatic. And I didn't know how she would get along camping. It was really because she likes to bark a lot, like all the time. So, well, that's good. Like, I don't know how much camping we're going to get done this year because we're fucking busy. But I do want to go camping. But we'll have to see. Get our dogs together and see how they do with one another.
Shit. I can't copy and paste that and look for it, Colin. But at least it's here. Other people can find it. An album called White Trash on Apple Music. And a Seth Rollins t-shirt.
Yeah, it might be different though when my dumb dog's with her. Ah, Tom McDonald and Mad Child. Oh, I know who Tom McDonald is. Yeah.
We've talked about Tom McDonald before. Yeah.
Okay, you got more? Got more.
I got one more. This one, it was a short on YouTube. I had to get it from the Musk channel. So credit and shout out to the Musk channel. This is when a Kevin, I like to call them Darrens, meets a Karen.
My job.
No, you're not. Your job
I
is
am
to be a
doing my
principal.
job.
Do we go here?
My
No.
job is to get
No.
you off the campus. This is a
No,
place
that's
of
the
business.
security's job. You're a
That is
principal.
my job.
You know what?
Get off the campus!
Quit yelling at me! Get off! Ah! Oh no!
Short and sweet.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was gonna yell at you too.
We would have done that when we were younger.
Yeah, without a doubt. Oh, I'm not sitting here saying I wouldn't have been a complete fucking asshole. No, I'm not saying that at all. So yeah, don't take that as I'm, So
I had heard about that, Ryan, with the original cast. I don't know. I like the live action better, and it was of its time. Ugh, I don't know. I'll give it a whirl when it comes out, but I don't know that it's going to be anything mind-blowing, especially in this day and age.
because it can't be, married with children. I mean, it can be. I mean, I know people say, "Oh, of course it'll still be." Will it though? Are they going to push those boundaries with the no ma'am stuff, and are they going to do all this shit? That's what I'm getting at. Like, are they going to push those boundaries so they don't get canceled? Because the cancel culture's going, "Oh my god, you guys are saying bad things," and right?
F is for Family. I never watched that one.
I did not either. But yeah, I guess if it's streaming, you stand more of a chance.
Yes.
Most definitely, you do stand more of a chance if you're streaming. Yeah, I will say that. Yep. But that needs to be TV in fucking general. It really does.
Yeah, really's in our camp. He would have been yelling right back at the principal as well.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Mr. Rains, I do. Yep. It is. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah. So it's just but this goes back to the old argument of, if you don't like it, don't watch it. But that doesn't matter if it doesn't matter, because with the way technology is these days, kids are gonna find ways to fucking watch what they want to watch. You're not gonna stop them. You're not gonna stop them.
Yeah, even if you put it on the dark web, people will find it.
Yep, someone will find it. So yeah, but all right, are we spinning wheels now? Feels that way.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. So, but it was a good show. It was a good
we'll
one.
go. Jesus, we started off really strong. At one point, I think it was within the first 15 minutes, we had 12 people.
Yeah, we're still going. It's still 7 people. Thank you, everyone that stuck around.
Yes.
We're usually down to 2 by now. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, everyone who showed up, and I did write it down this time.
There you go.
Chad, Brody, Mark, Jennifer, Casey, Riley, Colin, Ryan, Jen, and Lynn. And Dad. I don't think I forgot anyone.
Mm-hmm. So, thanks, bro. Yeah, check out the shows back on. Yeah, well, no, hey, I'm not disagreeing with you, Colin. When teachers fuck up, but they need to be put into place by the proper people. And a lot of times, I think both sides need to be heard. So, I want to see the new Top Gun. I don't go to the theater much anymore, so I will wait for video. Or wait for it to come on streaming services.
Same here. I don't think I'm going to go see it in the theater. I saw the first one on video, so that was probably 1987. Don't remember too much. I saw it again late last year. Wasn't too impressed. I didn't think it was legendary, so I don't think the new one is going to be that great. Then again, Frank, Harsh Truth, link in the description. I think he said it was very good. anything that he puts out with regards to new movies, if I have not seen those movies, I will not watch his stream, and that's out of respect for. Once I see the movie, then I'll watch his stream. Just like with the Night Watch Zone, again, link in the description. If there's a horror movie that I haven't seen that they have done a review on, I will watch the movie, then I'll listen to their stream.
Okay, I'm not hungry tonight. I need to poo.
What the fuck? What kind of a send off is that?
Can we wrap this up? Because I gotta poo. This is a Alex and the Garbage Man send off. So
does Trudeau buy? Maybe he sells it on the dark web. Whoever has a Tor browser can go on the dark web and find it for us. Remakes. I think this one is a sequel, but again, with 30 something years between the first and the second, what can really be said that's great? Yeah. There you go, Nick. He's wishing you well in the only way he can.
You guys would shut the fuck up. Oh shit.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. We really appreciate it. Even those who didn't say anything, still appreciate it. Got the numbers up, made us feel good. So we'll see you next Monday, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Berta time. You got a turtle head squeaking out?
Ain't on a tail.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.